Hello, everyone. So, they said Tinubu has ordered CBN to suspend implementation of cybersecurity levy. Uh, eh, oh, Lord have mercy. Let me just laugh a little bit. You understand? For me, it's just the has ordered because CBN is supposed to be a separate body, you understand? So all this order, I just sometimes it's supposed to be beyond. I don't get it. Yes, this order is order for good because that whole cybersecurity levy was obnoxious, something that shouldn't be done. But the way and manner you see, they will say Tinubu orders, so somebody who is occupying the office of the president, whether legally or illegally, is ordering a CBN. It's just so, because this is supposed to be an independent body. That's why there's a difference between where the people who are making fiscal policies and the people who are making monetary policies, so that one is not controlling the other. But anyway, the main this thing is that cybersecurity levy so far has the implementation has been suspended. That thing has been in the law, and today on News Central there's a particular program that I'm part of. I do it twice weekly. It's called The Place at the Table. My advocacy for this week, which is going to air today on Sunday, was basically on this particular cybersecurity level, and I came from it from the angle of, look, this is what politics does when we do not take part in politics, because this particular levy, it's in the law because lawmakers had done it. It's an act of parliament, and so no matter how obnoxious to it, it's legal because people passed it. And I think it was passed around 2015. Since 2015 was when, I think it was during Jonathan that they passed that law. Is that the 8th assembly, I think? And then, they tried, Buhari in 2018 tried to implement this particular levy. They put it, as CBN had put a circular out, but it didn't go through. And then now in 2024, CBN put that same circular out that is there. But the main point that for me I'm trying to pass is the fact that this is what politics is all about. When we say we are not going to participate in politics, we're going to leave it to people who are going to make laws. And no matter how bad those laws are actually legal because they were passed through the legal process of the law. And so that's it. But of course, we saw how Nigerians came out together, spoke against it. That's the thing also about protest. When people set up and others, budget set up, others have gone to court on this particular issue to say that, the government does not have a right to tax people on this cybersecurity levy. Something that for me, it's even put in the hands of, the National Security Advisor. Who gave the National Security Advisor the right to now be, collecting money or overseeing money that they are being put together? How? That is an institution or an office that people don't even have control over it. People can't see what is happening because they will tell you, oh, it's about national security. So half of their things, they are not very transparent. They are not accountable to the people, probably just accountable to whoever is president. And then you're putting such money. How do you know what is going to be used for? Was it going to be some slush fund, something that will be used for all kind of criminality? Who knows? And you just come out and say that, you've put this law out there. But the main thing for me is for us to understand why it's very important for us to participate in politics. Bola Tinubu has asked the Central Bank of Nigeria to suspend the implementation of the controversial cybersecurity levy policy and order the review. This followed the decision of the House of the Representatives, which last Thursday asked the CBN to withdraw its circular directing all banks to commence charging a 0.5% cybersecurity levy on all electronic transactions in the country. And so like this one now, the National Assembly, the House of Representatives can give that kind of directly, but not the executive, But then they are the ones, it is from them that the laws came out. So when they were making the laws, what did they think it was all about? The CBN on May 6, 2024 issued a circular mandating all banks, mobile money operators and payment service providers to implement a new cybersecurity levy following the provisions laid out in the Cybercrime Prohibition Prevention Amendment Act 2024. According to the Act, a levy amounting to 0.5% of the value of all electronic transactions will be collected and remitted to the National Cybersecurity Fund, overseen by Office of the National Security Advisor. Financial institutions are required to apply the levy at the point of electronic transfer origination. The deducted amount is to be explicitly noted in customer accounts under the description "cybersecurity levy" and remitted by the financial institution. All financial institutions are required to start implementing the levy within 2 weeks. By implication, the deduction of the levy by financial institutions should commence on 20th of May 2024. So the CBN circular also goes on. So it keeps talking about all the things. I'm just trying to. So members of the House of Representatives on Thursday asked the Central Bank of Nigeria to withdraw the circular. The development was in response to a motion on the urgent need to halt and modify the implementation of the cybersecurity levy moved by Kingsley Chinda. According to the House, the CBN is to withdraw the initial circular and issue a more understandable one. Chinda had drawn the attention of the House to multiple interpretations of the CBN directive against the specifications in the Cybersecurity Act. The House then expressed worry that the Act would be implemented in error if immediate steps were not taken to address the concerns around the interpretation of the CBN directive and the Cybersecurity Act. However, sources with knowledge of Tinubu's position on the issue told Sunday Punch that Tinubu was aware of the economic burden on Nigerians since his hardline economic reforms began last May, adding that he did not want to risk adding to the burden with more levies. A senior presidency official who preferred not to be named told our correspondent the Tinubu is sensitive to what Nigerians feel and will not absorb. Please spare me with that sensitive and whatever. The outcry, and this is the thing. If you notice, there's a pattern. When they did that electricity, they know there are certain things that when they do it to Nigerians, because it collectively affects them, people are outraged, and then you see them, they withdraw. They know that Nigeria is at that tipping point, and they don't want the thing that they know they can still keep pushing and still get away with something. They don't want to get to that place where the push becomes too much and overwhelming, and it just triggers, a whole that domino effect where everything will just go haywire. So when they push and they see that there's a pushback, you see them go back a little bit. When they did that electricity levy increment of electricity tariff, Lord have mercy, band A, band B, whatever, Nigeria was literally almost going on fire, because I remember my husband coming home. He was saying to me that that the estate people, members of our estate, that they were planning on going on protest. These are people who are always doing, they know concern, they're facing their businesses and their whatever. I'm like, they want to go on protest. I'm like, okay. Me, I'm just here quietly watching, because like I've always said, Nigeria does not need more activists. Nigeria needs more active, citizens. And so what did they do? They withdrew. And this cybersecurity levy too also got people to that point where people are there, and they've also, move that back a bit and sort of like withdrawn that. So they know they feel the pulse. They know how tense things are, and all of that. But one of the things I'm going to say to people is the fact that, look, let me tell you something. Your voice matters. The only reason why these people are doing nonsense is because people refuse to act on issues when they come up. People just say, oh, they are praying, they will not do this. Okay, it doesn't matter. That's why they get away with it. The moment citizens decide, that's the power belongs to the people, not the people. But the only thing is that fear that they have in people, that they have instilled in people, to say, oh, government will do this, so they will come out. Or that's why you see them, they carry one person and try to reshape the person so that to put more fear in other people. But at the end of the day, the true power, let me tell you, belongs to the people, and nobody can do anyhow unless you allow them.